sadly to say there's splitted situation of different groups among the Rohingyas. And the other way around, there's three other groups as well. And among us, some of Rohingyas actually demand the entire Arakan, the entire territory with sovereignty. On the other hand, some calls for dignity and repatriation with full of non-defaultment and transitional justice, and appreciating the co-living and coexistence. On the other hand, the third party, third groups who desire just land and I want to get back to my home and I will enjoy livelihood, that's all, I don't need anything. So three groups are actually intertwined and puzzle in the entire scheme. And for the favor of discussion, if I combine the second two, I think still the first one remains. And the first one is something, an initiative driven by the core civ initiative. And I don't know how they are going to initiate that. Moving to other side, in Rakhine, there is the conflict of interest as well. And Janta government, they always was against us, but ultimately they are now quite in favor of us to receive us for the repatriation. And of course, this might be another manipulation. On the other hand, Arakan Army never appreciate coexistence and co-living. So they claim their entire sovereignty. On the other hand, some of our groups also demand the similar. And for the repatriation, I think we are getting ahead to be clueless, and where nothing is so firm. And the maximum Rohingyas doesn't really behave the way it should be, precisely to claim what they desire, what they are opt for. And for the repatriation, some are stuck in Kutupalong and in Bangladesh, and some are stuck in IDP camp. So it's literally a limbo, meaning repatriation is, the analysis says, the repatriation is going to be prolonged and still refugeehood is going to be protected. So my discussion is, what would be the situation in this protected situation? And what would be the life of refugees and their fellow brothers Rohingyas in this intermediary phase? And from my standpoint, I have been experiencing such a disastrous life for 33 years. And the government of Bangladesh experiencing the same thing and bearing the burden for 33 years. That's actually why I propose 4 categories and 4 intermediary initiatives. The first one is education. That should be 2 streams of education. One is Myanmar curriculum and the other one is international. Like PSC reduction now is continue in the camp, and this should be up until O level and A level, and that's enable and open a door for the international opportunities. And the Burmese curriculum, which will help them to be rehabilitated in the Myanmar and incorporate. And the second one is livelihood, and livelihood should be appreciated for bilateral dependency both for Bangladesh and Myanmar after the repatriation. But in the intermediary phase, this should be incorporated in the time zone particularly. And the Rohingya development and deployment and national cadre is very important. And we are precisely in dilemma. So I think we need a strong UN or internationally recognized team who can go for dialogue and raise voice and act like a diplomat, not like an emotional fellow. And indeed, emotions dilute the strength of a voice. So that would be one of the most appreciated agenda. And the last one is CBO empowerment. Not only CBOs, community-based organization, precisely the refugee-led organization, but also the CSOs, community-based organization in the local area. And there are plenty of Rohingya community-based organizations, but they are not recognized. They can't gravitate donors and do something for the betterment of their community and contribute to be feel valued or to serve the nation and take charge of the responsibilities. So keeping all this in mind, I must say Myanmar is not quite the place to be repatriated right now or within 1 or 2 years. It will definitely take 5 to 10 years. Um, okay, I'd like to just propose one thing that is the phase of the intermediary initiative. The first phase is security and political framework in Myanmar, and the second one is refugee and host community initiatives to take charge of the multiple responsibilities aligned in the community. And the third one is solution, justice and reparation. Reparation is important and justice is important. That's what the most of the speakers from the first day one to up until now is being described and mentioned. Thank you so much, and thank you, sir.